There you go, my friend.
All right, so welcome to our team meeting for November of 2019. We have, a lot to discuss as far as what there is going on for the month of November. We would like to cover bookings for you guys. We do have a challenge for you, and we want to talk about free for all and a Black Friday deal that's going to be happening here after Thanksgiving. But first, we have two people that we would like to speak to the team. So it's just not Becky, myself, or Carolyn. We have had two new directors promote in our teams. If you haven't seen some of the posts on the WOLFPACK team page, one is Miranda. She is under Carolyn, who is under me. And then also we have Roxanne, who is currently at work, and she is under me. So we would like to place the floor to Miranda and have her talk about how she fast-tracked to director in the month of October and what it did and what it meant for her and her family. So take it away, Miranda.
Hey, guys. So I just wanted to give a little background on myself. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 4.5 years, mainly because we have 4 kids, 2 at which are twins, and my husband's been working a full-time job to take care of us all. It's been a struggle, and daycare's been ridiculous, so that's mainly why we decided just to have me stay home with them. But as time is getting closer to them going full-time, I realized that I do want to help my husband to pay bills, and then also I don't want to get a normal 9-to-5 job. I want to continue to be able to stay home and be able to do anything I can without having to worry about a job. So I really wanted to do the fast track director. Basically, Carolyn is the one that helped me get through it. She showed me everything, told me everything that I needed to do. I followed that reward system from A to Z, and it helped me out tremendously. So I was able to become a fast track director before my 90 days. And when that check came in, it was in a time where my husband was in between jobs, so he was out of work for about 2 weeks. And we didn't know where we were going to have that money come in from. I mean, I knew I had my commission coming, but I was determined to get that fast track reward director bonus. So it came in the mean of time and in the right time, I should say. And I literally cried with the check, with that and the bonus on top of it. Well, the commission on top of that, I'm sorry. It just, I don't know. I can't explain. The worry just went away of everything. And for the first time to be able to have that check come in, a big check like that to come in and to be home doing it, it blew my mind. So I really highly recommend doing that because I think that everybody will succeed by following that process.
That is when you posted that on the team page, it actually brought tears to my eyes. Because we don't know where everybody is at in their business, and it is warming to the heart to know that this opportunity that someone shared with you has created a sense of security for you and your family. Is it, something that's paying all the bills? It might not, but at least you're contributing to your household, which is a great feeling. Everybody runs their business differently, and that's what I love about Pampered Chef is everybody has the opportunity to wear a different apron as far as their own schedule and what fits them the best. But to read that and hear it from you it's amazing, and that's why we as consultants shouldn't be in the selfish mode of not wanting to share this opportunity because we just don't know how it might change somebody else's life and their family or what it could do for them. So I applaud you, especially for doing it in less than 90 days. So for you new consultants that are still within your first 30 days, know that this is still possible for you to recruit. You have a great backing system with this team. Yes, Miranda is new, but it's not all up to her to help train you. We have Becky, who is our leader. She's been in it for 8 years. I've been in it for 3 years and been in the leadership position for 1.5 years. I'm still learning, but and Carolyn's been in it almost 1 year. Here come January. And, it's amazing. And the feeling is great to know that our team has grown so much and we have promoted more people in this process. So just know that it is out there for everybody to do it. It's just not certain people, whether it's in your first 90 days or your first 6 months, the opportunity is still there for you to become a leader. So it's at your own pace, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, gentlemen!
Can I add something? Because Miranda and I talked that day when she posted that, and I will tell you that after 8 years of doing what I've been doing with Pampered Chef, this is why I love my job so much. Stories like Miranda's that literally it's a game changer for. I mean, many of you guys know my story. It was a game changer for me and my family. I look at the income that I'm making, literally sitting here in pajamas most nights, and you can't go work a 9-to-5 job and make the amount of money that I'm making doing what I'm doing. And so, it's not just possible for me. It's not just possible for Miranda. It's possible for every single last one of you guys. Okay. It's not, you don't have to be, this perfect consultant. That's not required. What's required is that you're working with your heart first, right? Because it involves sharing. You have to share this business opportunity with people to promote into leadership. But this is why I do what I do. This is why I work so hard for each and every one of you guys to have that opportunity, just like Miranda just had. So Miranda, you already know how I feel about you, girlfriend. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations is not enough because I wish you guys were local that I could squeeze the heck out of you. But you're the reason, people like you are the reason that I work so hard. I will tell you that.
And at first, I didn't think that it was going to be possible when Carolyn was like, okay, this is what you need to do. And I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I didn't tell her that, but I was like, okay, I got it. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I got it.
And you're not allowed to tell Carolyn those things because she would be like, whatever. No.
And you know what? It's funny that you say that because Miss Carolyn was in the same mind frame.
Yeah.
She didn't think she could do it until she started getting and sharing the opportunity because it came so natural to her, just like it did for you and everybody else that has gained team members under themselves. It just happened, and it happened quickly, but now you know that it is possible for anybody to do this. So,
yeah.
So
like
what
I said, it's not a select few.
What questions do you guys as consultants have for Miranda? Does anyone have any questions? Nobody has questions for her? Maybe you want to know what her strategy was, or maybe you want to know,
I do.
Sure. Ask away, Jackie.
So are you mostly a cooking, virtual, or both?
I've only done virtual. I have not yet done a cooking party yet. I've had some of my consultants underneath me do one, but she's in California, so I couldn't join. One of my other consultants was going to have one, and I was like, let me join because I want to learn, but I haven't. It's just been virtual so far. I haven't had anybody request a cooking one yet.
So how do you, how many bookings do you get off of each show?
About 1 to 2 off of each one. Yeah.
So So let's talk about this for a minute and why virtuals and, so you guys know I do this business in every direction possible. Just, I do that so that I'm able to share my knowledge with you guys to help train you guys. So I want you guys to think about cooking shows and virtual parties very different though. A lot of you guys are virtual consultants. You actually have the upper edge when it comes to recruiting and when it comes to bookings. Okay. Can anyone guess why? Versus a cooking show consultant. Can anyone guess why? No guesses. Is it interesting to think about it that way? That you actually have the leg up? Well, I'll tell you why. Because when you do cooking shows, you're limited to just your audience that shows up, right? You're only limited to those 10 or 15 people that show up in that kitchen that you're mingling with then. And that's what you're limited to. With a virtual party, there's no limitations. Your host, if you guys are following the host coaching outline where we talk about, that one message that guys, if you're not sending those messages to your host, it's absolutely critical to just walk down through that host coaching outline step by step. Don't think about it, right? Take your brain out of the equation for a second and let your fingers do the work. Okay. Don't think with your brain, just let your fingers do the work and copy and paste and send those messages. Because the trick, and it's really not a trick, but the key to a virtual party is to have people in your party, okay? If you only have 10 people in your party group, you're not going to get bookings, you're not going to get sales, you're not going to get recruits. But if you can get that party to having 30, 40, 50, 60 plus people in that party group, you guys will see the dramatic difference with every single piece of your business. So when you do virtual parties, you have the opportunity to be in front of a lot more people than what you can with a cooking show. Now, you work a little bit harder, in my opinion, because I can walk into a cooking show and my cooking show average is almost $850. So you may work harder for it, but you actually have an advantage with the amount of people that you're exposed to. Think about it. Our team is all over the United States. And it didn't get there because of a cooking show. It got there because of virtual parties. So, the opportunity is endless for you guys. So it starts with one party, y'all. Just one. All right, I'm shutting up for a second.
Okay, so it's funny because Carolyn had this screen before, and it's funny because we're actually, between Troy and John, we're kind of giggling at you guys because you have a background and you're kind of like swimming across the screen.
Yeah, they look like they're flying. Troy looks like he's flying.
I love it. It's great.
No, don't take yourself
You're welcome.
off. No,
You're
that's
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
I'm cooking with me.
Come back.
On.
We like entertainment, okay? It's all good.
No, Bert said he's like swimming across the screen. So,
because of his background, I told them the other day, I said, you look like Peter Pan. He's
Carolyn did that to us a month and a half, 2 months ago, and we were like, what'd you do? How'd you do that? But still haven't figured it out. So if you guys have a secret, let us know. Of course, it's the guys, that have to, play games with us. Okay. So, Jackie, to let you know also, Roxanne, our other consultant that promoted to a director in October, she did it all virtually as well. So it's not that you can't do it cooking-wise, but virtually you could do it as well. So it's possible on both sides. It's just our team has become more virtual because a lot of us have full-time jobs. Some more demanding than others, like mine right now is going to be in overtime. So I personally can't promise I feel I can't promise somebody a date for a cooking show. That's why I've kept mine all virtually. I hope in the future sometime, if I could get it straight and worked out, that I can venture out, maybe. But right now, virtuals fit my schedule. And if you guys ever want to go to a cooking show, let Becky know. She makes it look so easy. I know Chris went to one of her parties, so if you have the opportunity to do it, it's super easy. I did a cooking show for Becky when she was sick. Of course, I felt like I did horrible, but the girls told Becky that I did fine. you know, you get butterflies, and in all actuality, if you don't get butterflies at your job, then, you know, maybe it's time to hang it up, but you know, it's not fun for you anymore. You know, keep doing it, have fun, get that excitement. It's like going on stage every time, you know, that nervousness, you know, even going live in your virtual parties. I hate doing it, but I feel so much better afterwards because I know I've reached out, they've seen me, I've explained a little bit, especially about the scavenger hunt in the virtual parties, and welcome them to the party, you know, so they're actually seeing me. So
did you guys know, and Brandon knows because I've told her before, but progress in life never happens in your comfort zone, right? We can stay in our little bubble as long as we want to, but you're never going to get anywhere big if you don't step outside of that bubble. You have to step outside your comfort zone from time to time.
And I know, I know another teammate that's under me, Gail, when she did her first cooking show, she was scared. She talked to Becky, and, you know, after, I think she felt a little bit better. You know, so it's kudos to you guys that step out of that box and do what you have to do for yourself and for your business. And like Becky said, you're not gonna grow if you don't, basically. Well, thank you, Miranda. I appreciate that. So,
hi, this is Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
I did my first cooking show this week.
Yeah,
and I had a blast with it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I would do it again. However, if I was to compare the two, definitely the cooking show takes a lot more planning and, you know, preparation and, you know, getting it there. But afterwards, it's fairly easy compared to a virtual party.
Absolutely.
But I'm usually been a virtual party person, not cooking.
The more you
but
do it, the more
yeah, I enjoyed the cooking show.
So thank you, Carolyn. Good job. How did it do well for you?
She didn't have as many people. I had told her I needed at least 15, and she's like, I'll have 15 there. And there wasn't exactly 15, but I did get 4 bookings out of her show.
Wow.
And
nice.
there's several that, you know, and then I have several people that are going to give me an order yet. I still haven't received it, but I do know that there's some other orders coming in. So
good for you. Congratulations.
So it was good for a first try.
First try.
Thanks.
Good job. All right. So those are our 2 directors that just promoted, Miranda and Roxanne. Congratulations to both of you guys. We are so proud and can't wait to see where you guys take your team. Now on to the top seller of last month, and that is Lisa. And we want her to kind of go over, so you're not hearing from us all the time. We want to do a shout out to her. I don't have her number off the top of my head.
$4,036 or something.
So, so she has that. I mean, you're like in your first still 60 days, less than 90 days, definitely. She hit all fast track rewards. She just got her knives. You know, and so she's accomplished every incentive that has been dangled in front of her, and you know, she's a rock star right now as far as her sales. So
I was so close. 4,071.85. Sorry.
So what we want her to do is speak to the fact of what she did, as far as the outline, engaging with her host, what she did as far as host coaching, and what she did in her parties as far as answering questions, like to make it exciting and get those sales. So the floor is yours, Lisa.
This is so not my forte. I still don't.
Stretching.
I still don't go live in my parties. So anyway, pretty much the what I do is I follow the outlines. I do drop the ball a bit on a bit on host coaching. I don't get all of the messages out to the host, but I do send her messages here and there, letting her know where she is and everything. But in the actual party itself, I had 2 parties last month that both of them went over $1,000. And when they started getting up, when they kept going, higher and higher with each order, I would let everybody in the party know which level, or not which level, but how close the host was to getting to the next level. Like, Judy's $35 away from her next level. Who else needs to order? Who can I help place an order? That type of thing. And those 2 parties that were over $1,000, those hosts had really awesome friends, and they just kept going. So I just kept cheering them on. Each time she would get to the next level, I would post in the party and let them know where she stood. So the one was over 1,400, the other one was over 1,200, and then one was over 700. And now I'm doing one right now, and she's $35 away from $1,000. So I'm starting to do the cheering on again. So I keep, if I'm not paying attention too much, my email keeps going off with another party order. So I'm trying to keep on top of it. But that's basically all.
Oh no! I mean, oh gosh.
Was that one of the things I do with the outlines? I use everything in the outlines that Becky has set up. Right now I'm using the new one, the meal prep. But I also throw in extras too. Videos that I've taken, pictures of me using the products, that type of thing. Just kind of like little sprinkles here and there. So that's basically all I'm doing. But I'm trying to make it all about the host while I'm in the party and what she can get, or he. I haven't done a male one yet, but just trying to. Okay, well, all right. Let me back up.
Troy's a little scary with his knife right now. I'm just saying.
But I'm just trying to make it all about them and celebrate them during the parties.
Absolutely. Good job.
So what questions do you guys have for her? Anybody have questions, virtual questions for her?
Good. No.
Was that the party that was just at 700 yesterday?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lisa, let me ask you a question. How many people do you have in your party group?
In this particular one, there's 37. One was just added today. So, I make sure I welcome every single new member that comes to that party. And I encourage them to go back down through the post, to scroll back down through the post to make sure that they didn't miss anything. I've had, for the scavenger hunt, I had 3 people out of those 37 who participated, and 2 of them have finished all 4 days. So, but every time they win a prize, I love giving things away. I know this may sound crazy, but I did not get into Pampered Chef for money. I needed something to do during the day. I'm retired. My grandkids went back to school. So I was looking at not having anything to do during the day. So I'm not motivated by it's nice. I do like the money, but I'm not motivated by that. I'm motivated more by being able to give away, products and stuff. So I am loving these new outlines, and
awesome.
It's really working for the guests, because they are so excited. When we did the mix chop, I had 237 comments on that. Mm-hmm. And they get so excited when they win something,
Absolutely.
and I just love that. So
the more engaged you can get the people, the better your results are going to be. So let me ask you, your 2 other parties that you had that were over $1,000 last month, do you remember around how many people were in those party groups?
they were both over 40.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly who they were, but that is one thing that I do coach the host, is to make sure they're inviting over 100 friends and not to prejudge anybody. Just let the guests decide. And I do have them message their guests towards the end to let them know when the party's closing. And with the poll, I make sure that, I follow up with people that said they were going to place an order, that kind of thing. So that kind of coaching I try to do on a consistent basis, and it does seem to work out.
And that's where you're getting your results. So you guys, the common factor here is attendance in your parties. And it's no different whether you're doing a cooking show or a virtual party. It all boils down to the amount of people that are in your audience, both virtually and at a cooking show. Because if you don't have the people, you're not going to have the orders. If you don't have the people, you're not going to have the bookings. And if you don't have the people, you're not going to have recruit leads. So those 3 facets that are so important to our business, it all boils down to warm bodies if you're at a cooking show, right? Or Facebook bodies if or Facebook bodies if you're doing a virtual party. Those numbers are so important because, the odds are if you have 40 people, about a quarter of them, right, are going to actually participate in your virtual parties. Only about a quarter. The rest of them are sitting back on the fence. They're checking you out, but they're not participating. And so if the quarter number rule follows, and it does, it's literally data driven from direct sales, you guys, that if you have 10 people in your party group, I want you guys to think about this. 10 people in your party group means 1 is the host, 1 is your business profile, 1 is your personal profile. So you really only have 7 people in there. So of those 7 people, a quarter of them are going to participate, which means 1 or 2 people are going to participate. Is that going to be an exciting, fun party? Do you think that's going to yield bookings and sales and recruit leads? Probably not. So then it is all about the numbers. Everything in direct selling is a numbers game, period, end of story.
That's where I am at personally. Like I was telling some of the girls when we first hopped on, I have 2 parties going on right now. One is like off the roof on commenting, and I was telling them I started sending out my messages tonight on the ones that commented. If you guys are not utilizing that message underneath where they've commented, you're missing the boat. This is how you get in contact with these guests. And because if you send it to their personal profile from you personally, you're not going to get an answer. That's how we used to do it. And it was like a hit or miss. And it was more like a miss all the time for all of us, unless we made that connection with them, the relationship. But this sends a message to them directly. So if you're not doing it, you better watch that video. It's anybody that comments under a post that you made from your business page in your virtual party, in their virtual party, and they've commented. It's underneath their comment, it's like, reply, or message. Click on that message and send the words that Becky has posted under the Sunday day at the start of the day. It's messages that you send out to the host to let them know to send out messages. And then there's also messages for you to follow up with these guests if they've already placed an order, or if they haven't placed an order, or if you've had that relationship with them and they're not going to place an order. There's 3 messages that you have the choice to send out to these guests. So,
and they
definitely do it, because I was telling them I did it like an hour and a half ago, and my business message is like blowing up, and I'm just like, oh, I can't keep up with this. you know, but my other party has, I think 10 people in it. 1 is me, 1's my business page, and 1 is the host. And I've told her from the beginning, she's a reoccurring host, but it's, and she has sales, but you can't want it more than what they do. But you have to realize your paycheck is host coaching.
Absolutely.
So if you do not host coach these hosts, don't assume that they know what a party is. Even if they said, I have had parties, blah, 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 with other companies. You don't know how they host coach. You don't even know if they do host coach. We're different. We have a program, a system in place that Becky has put forth that is just copy and paste. Just make sure that you fill in the host name.
Done it. Anybody else raise your hand if you've done it?
Me.
Hey host. Hey host, how are you? How you doing?
Make sure you're reading the words that you're sending. And if you have to tweak it, like if you do change the date of, if you have it extended to Wednesday instead of closing out Tuesday, make sure you're putting that so you're not confusing them. Be on the same page, but host coaching is your paycheck, people. So make sure you're doing it.
Yeah, the new outline. So I want to let you guys know there is a method to my madness. I know I'm a little wacky, and you guys all know that. Those of you guys that know me well know how crazy I am. I don't just put a bunch of posts in an outline for some reason, like Becky, this is what Becky wants to do. It actually flows and it makes sense with the timing of each and every post. There's a specific reason why every post is timed the way it is, no matter whether it's an engagement post at like noon or a game at 5:30. It's very specific why I do what I do, because those are your peak traffic times. So when you guys are looking down through the outline, you'll see that I've added on there, since we have so many brand new consultants, the recommended times that we want you guys to post in your parties. And it's because those are the peak traffic times with Facebook, okay, via Facebook data. Another thing I want to tell you guys is if you're just not getting the results, okay, if you're having a bunch of parties and you're having a bunch of flop parties, 2 things for you. Please make sure that you have your directors, especially if you're brand new, in your parties with you, okay? Because we're going to see things that you're not as a new consultant, okay? We're going to be able to give you some feedback at the end of the party that maybe going into the next party, you try something different, or maybe better of not what, something that you did and to better off your party. So make sure that you have one of the directors in your parties if you're brand new. Yes, I'm exhausted and I'm stumbling over my words tonight. Sorry, guys. But, this will make a difference. Maybe not in that party, but in your next parties it will. And the other thing I want you guys to know is that you guys are always welcome. If you feel like you're just not sure about something, if you ever want to join in one of my parties or one of Tiffany's parties or anybody else's parties to sit back and observe, I mean, I did it with a group of people in my parties last week. That party closed out at over $1,000, and the idea is that you guys get to see firsthand the outline coming to life and the host coaching coming to life and the way that we have conversations, okay? Because really, the key is not the outline to a party, you guys. It's the conversations that you're having with your guests and the host below the posts. If you're not interacting with them in a way that, you're drawing questions to get responses, that is where some of you guys might be missing. And so if we see something like that, because we're observing your parties, those are the types of things that we're looking for, right? So I'm looking at Tiffany's post and I'm saying, oh, so maybe Tiffany, next time when this person says this, maybe you can respond with this question. Because our responses to people should never just be a statement. It should always be a question so that we get a response and a conversation started. Does that make sense to you guys? Because the more that you can talk to people, the more you're able to dig and find out what solutions that they need for their kitchens. And so if I have someone that's like, I have this deep covered baker, but I don't know how to use it, right? I'm like, oh man, how long have you had your deep covered baker? And they're like, oh, I've had it 15,000 years. And I'm like, oh, well, I have this free email cookbook I can send you in a message. How about that? What is that doing? That's opening the door to having a conversation outside of the Facebook party. And every one of your conversations that you're having within these virtual parties, that is what I want you guys to think about, okay? Is how can I move this conversation from the party outside of the party? Okay? So if you want us to observe, awesome. If you want to observe, awesome. You just have to communicate and let us know.
And
Just
just
cutting up
know
again.
that we're not here to judge you by any means. Becky has invited me to her parties. She has asked me to view her parties because, you know, we have flop parties as well. So it happens to all of us. So don't think it's just you. It is all of us. We might work, I work my tail off for a party that is barely qualified versus one that has orders in the hundreds. Just because I'm trying to get that host to work for her party. When you have that host that works for her party and wants those rewards and is that carrot dangler, you know, and they go after all the free stuff that they could get, those are the easy parties. I wish they were all like that, but they're not. And some you're gonna have to work for. I mean, it's any job. Nothing just is handed to you. So make sure you're utilizing the host coaching outline. If you have questions about the outline, what to do, if you're getting responses that you're not sure, do what Becky says, pump the brakes, send us a screenshot, and let us help you walk through if it's an objection or whatever, and you're not sure how to answer something, send a message, put it in the team page. You know, other consultants might have the same thing going on in their business, and it's a great learning experience for everybody on the team, just to see something else, okay? So Lisa, thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate that. I know that was out of your comfort zone. So one step forward to you going live in your parties. So, all right. So next thing that I want to talk about is this month, which I think you guys all should know and be aware of, is free for all. So in the month of November and December, you have the opportunity as a consultant to earn the products for our new season in the spring, which is in March. So free for all for November, there's 4 levels. The first one is 1,000, which is $50 value in products. The second level is 2,000 and it's $280 value. Level 3 is 3,000, which is $430 in product value. And level 4 is 500. Thank you, Becky. So, but the main one is level 2. Level 2, if you reach 2,000 in sales, commissionable sales that is, you will earn the catalog product or the cover photo or the product that, oh God, I'm stumbling over more. Product that's going to be on the new catalog in March. So last season, the fall winter was the blender. So it is a big deal. So you guys we are the 17th of November. You have plenty of time to fill your calendars, to get those sales, because guess what? Thanksgiving is just around the corner. And guess what? People gather for family functions. Great way to set up maybe catalog parties, which I'll talk about that in a second. So December, we have 3 levels. Is it 1,000 or is it 750? Becky's gonna get it. So the first level is $55 in product value. Second level is $180, and the third one is $270. And she's finding the picture now. So it's $750 in commissionable sales, $1,500 for level 2, and $3,000 for level 3. So there's just 3 levels for December. Still opportunity to fill your calendar for December as well. So everybody, please, this is a great opportunity to earn these products for free. You don't have to go on the samples come February when they're available to you as a consultant and get them for 50% off. You can earn them for free. So like I said, this month, if you reach 2,000, you will earn the product that's going to be on the cover photo, and they are usually a big deal. So make sure that you're working your business. if you want to earn free products.
$770 worth of free products. I'm just telling y'all. That's what I'm just going to tell you guys. $770. The cover products, you guys. She said the blender. We've had the quick cooker. We've had the rock rocks. All of the power tools are typically our covers. So it's going to be something worth busting your rear end for. I promise you. A little birdie told me.
You know what it is?
I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you.
We all need to go over to Becky's house. What is that, waterboarding?
No. I just promise you guys, look, the blender was a game changer for our businesses. The quick cooker was a game changer for our businesses. Any product that deserves the front cover of the catalog is going to be a game changer for your business when it comes to bookings. So you just need to earn it.
The Rock line was as well.
You just have to earn it. So every one of you guys, hold your right hand up. I promise I'm going to earn the second level of the free-for-all in November. I'm going to bust my butt and do what it takes to earn it. Yes, I like it. I like it. Yes, I like his little background now, too. He's like coaching out. Y'all are too much. What's up, Miranda?
You guys.
Oh, no, I was raising my hand.
Yeah.
I would say me too.
All right, move on, Tippers.
So what I was leading into is something that Becky did. And Becky, if you could screen share yours.
I already have it. It's waiting.
So what I was leading into as far as like catalogs, contact people or send a message out like Becky did. She, frog in my throat. She just sent this out yesterday. It has a graphic of 60% off anything from our new catalog. And it says, listen up, peeps, who loves a deal? Sending out Pampered Chef catalogs and order forms to several people Monday. If you would like one, let me know and I'll include you in my list. When you collect $200 in product sales, I will give you any item or set in the catalog for 60% off. Any item or set in our catalog for 50% off. Hey! And $20 of free in additional free products. Take until the end of the month to grab orders, or can be done all online too. So this is a great way to also expand your calendar. So she has had responses of them. So basically what you're doing is you're going to send them a message. You need to, if you don't have it already, you need to get all their information, their email address, their phone number, and their address. So you could send out the catalog and you're creating a party. So by creating that party, you're going to also include the party link for them so that they could tell people to order online, or they could fill out those order forms and screenshot it, and you could enter those orders in for them to give them a total at the end. It's definitely a great way to boost your sales. So if it's something that you're kind of slow right now, or even if you're busy and you want to add more to your schedule, do this.
Give it all to me.
Like I said, Thanksgiving is coming up. Right now, if you get them out this week, you have enough time to prepare these people, which will technically be hosts for you, in a catalog party, and get them working their own party and not handing out, but letting them see the catalog at their family functions or having them take it to work.
But so, wait, there's more.
No.
So do you think the words that I'm sending are just what she said? Does anyone think that that's my words?
No.
Okay, what do you guys think that I'm trying to do when I send a message? What'd you say, Branda? All I see is
both parties.
Exactly. So I'm going to take that post. I have them intrigued. I have them interested. And when I send it, I'm saying, hey, Tiffany, I will have your catalog out to you tomorrow with some order forms so you can collect some orders. But hey, do you want to go ahead and, start up a virtual party this Thursday? That's when my next round starts. Guys, nobody's going to tell you no. Nobody's going to tell you no. Like, they're not going to tell you no because there's no work involved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot that for you guys. I will post the verbiage for you, both the post. I'll send you, I'll post my verbiage that I'm sending my people that are interested. So you guys have it. Okay. The answer is always no unless you ask. Right?
Send it to me. I'll send it to my peeps because I already got messages asking if we can use it. So
yeah, I'll just post it on the WOLFPACK page and you guys can grab it all there. Okay.
cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Troy.
You're welcome, Troy.
Knocking it out of the park. Thanks,
I'm
Troy.
dying.
All right, so next thing is, of course, so we have Thanksgiving gatherings, party people, you know. Next day is what? Black Friday. So Pampered Chef is going to have a deal for personal website orders only. So make sure that you guys' websites are up and running, because if you throw this information out there, you know, they need a website, your personal website, to place an order. We do not know what the deal is right now. Becky said that there's an email that's supposed to be coming out this week. But one thing that I'm going to stress is do not shoot yourself in the foot as far as your virtual parties or cooking shows that you have going on right now. Because if you say this Black Friday deal in those parties, you're not going to get your sales for your host, because we can't, the Black Friday deal is not going to be available for parties. It is a personal website order, Black Friday deal only. So do not mention this in any of your parties. Put it on your personal page or your VIP group. Becky, should they do it Thanksgiving Day or?
Yeah, so I just found the date. So the email is coming to directors on the 18th. It's coming out to consultants on the 19th. So Tuesday, it'll probably be in your weekly STIR email that comes on Tuesdays to you guys. I would imagine that that's where they're going to be sending the email out about the Black Friday deals. So you'll have that information then. They do not want us to promote, like, leading up to it that there's going to be deals, because we've crashed our website, y'all, like 3 times. Like, in the last couple of years, we've crashed it. So they want us to promote like 1 to 2 days out, you know, or 24 hours out. The deal is going to happen after midnight that night. So, you know,
that's midnight Chicago time, right?
Yes. So just don't shoot yourself in the foot with it, because we don't want to have a bunch of ticked off customers if we crash the website, because trust me, I've been here and done this. The other thing is, you know, the chances of these items selling out are probable. That's most likely going to happen. And so if you're somebody that wants to have your own personal Black Friday special going on, just wait to post your special until after the Black Friday special is either, you know, started and like rolling or sold out, to do your own special. That way we're letting Pampered Chef pay for all these deals and not us, right? I'm cheap. You guys know that. I like to make money. So let's use Pampered Chef's money first and then have our own deal ready to go for afterward.
Who's gonna do the Black Friday deal?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so 2 more things before we wrap up.
That would really help your free for all. I'm just saying, $2,000. Just saying.
So one thing I know we've noticed here with the team is bookings and words. Becky has words in our training doc for new consultants and for seasoned consultants as well. And when I say seasoned consultants, that's people that have been in it for, you know, more than their 90 days, that have built up a customer database that they could send out to past hosts, past guests, and that. Whereas new consultants, you're in the process of building your customer base. So the words that Becky has already set in place are a little bit different. Same concept, but still a little bit different, letting your friends and family know and become aware that you have jumped into this new chapter in your life. So what we want you guys to do is utilize those words and finish booking out the rest of November, fill up your December, and fill up your January. One thing that we don't want you to do is talk about the host specials. Reason why I say that is because our January host special is double rewards. So if you start booking for December or November and December, you start getting those bookings, and then all of a sudden you start talking about host specials for January and what they are, you're going to start losing your November, December bookings, because that's a better deal, you know. But Christmas is coming, you know, so gift giving is definitely an option for people, and filling up, you know, gifts under the tree for them. But don't shoot yourself in the foot to lose those bookings that you're starting to get for, you know, the end of November, the beginning of December, or all of December. So you could say you're booking for January, but just don't talk about that host special in January. Yep. All right. So what we have in place, and I'll mention it, and then Becky could go off a little bit more because she's better explaining than I am, is we have a challenge for you guys. And the challenge is for bookings. And what we are calling it is Go for No's. So Becky, the floor is yours.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Whatever, you pansy. Anyway, sorry, I'm in a mood. Okay, so the object is to get no's. I know that sounds a little backwards from what we want to hear, right? But you have to get no's in order to get to a yes. Would everyone agree with that? Not every message you're going to send is going to come back with an immediate response that says, oh my gosh, yes, John, I want to book a party with you. Nope, not going to happen. Been doing this way too long to tell you guys. If that is your level of expectation that every person is going to book a show with you when you send a message, I have a news flash for you. I hate to hurt your feelings, but it's not going to happen, okay? So the realist, this is where the real Becky comes out, y'all. You have to work for every yes you get. Okay, for every 10 messages that you're going to send out, you literally are going to have a quarter, okay? Remember, let's go back to the whole quarter. A quarter of people that are going to respond to you, and a quarter of that quarter are going to book a show, which means of 10, 7 will not respond to you, 2 will tell you no, and 1 will tell you yes for every 10 messages that you send on average. So that means if you want to have 20 parties, you're going to have to send a lot of messages. But the numbers change. The more messages you send, the more you're going to start seeing yeses. Okay. So the challenge is to go for no. Like, how many no's can you get? Tiffany, did we have a deadline when we were running this through?
The end of the month.
The end of the month?
Wasn't it?
Okay. I like it. Yeah. It's great. Glad she thought of it. She's so good.
That's what
Right, so we're going to put up a post tomorrow. We're going to have the post there with all the information, with the challenge. We're going to have the words that you can use both for new consultants and seasoned consultants down in the comments of that post. And what we want you guys to do is every time you send a message, when you get a no back, we want you to pump the brakes. Like I always say, pump the brakes. Don't respond to them. Take a screenshot, post it in the comments. Oh my God, I talk with my hands. I know, it's great.
Hey, I do as well.
Good. See, high five, John.
Tell Troy to shut up and listen.
I'll just like take a screen off. Like I can make him go blank. That would be great. But we want you guys to post your screenshots. Okay, so it all needs to be posted under that one main post. Okay, that's so we can keep it organized. So we know who is doing the challenge. And for every no post that you post there, you're going to get a ticket into a drawing. Okay. And hey, speaking of drawings, I have 2 drawings to do while we're on here. So from each of the director teams, one person is going to be pulled to be a winner of a prize. We all like prizes, right? I mean, you know, if you don't want yours, you can send it to me. My address is 214 Grayson Circle. I'm just saying. But anyway, we want to keep it all organized so that it's easy for us to all find. But the point is, when you post that screenshot of the no, we as the leaders are going to help you guys to respond back to those people. So that's why we're telling you to pump the brakes, because a lot of you guys are probably not comfortable trying to overcome an objection from someone. But you guys, most of the time, people, when we ask them to do a party for us, they think we want them to start it tomorrow, okay? Or they think for a cooking show that they want us to have a party with them in 2 weeks. So a lot of the objections can be overcome with the right choices of words. And that's exactly what we're going to help you guys do. He's shaking his head no at me. Stop shaking your head no at me.
No, I'm shaking my head at Troy. Sorry.
Okay.
We all are.
It's all good.
Sorry.
So that's going to be the challenge, though, is how many no's can you get? Okay, how many no's can we turn into yeses? Because that's going to be even more fun to try to see how many we can get as a team to change from a no to a yes. But really, the whole end goal is to get bookings on your calendars. So if you guys are willing to do the work and send the messages, then we're here to help support you through those objections that you're going to get. Now, another thing I want you guys to know is that each one of you guys need to have a notebook for yourself, okay, in this business that is, you're just tracking your contacts. Because you could tell me tomorrow, oh, I've sent 10 messages. Have you? Have you followed up? When did you follow up? Right? Like when you followed up and they told you no and you try to overcome the objection, what was the end of that conversation? So if you have a dedicated notebook to track your contacts, it's a lot easier for the future. When you go back to someone, you kind of know where you were and where you need to go with them. He has got jokes. So what I recommend for everyone is get a brand new notebook. Start fresh, okay? I don't care if you've been doing this for 8 years like me or if you've been doing this for 3 weeks. You need to have a notebook that you use for your bookings. When we go onto Facebook, I don't want you guys sending green dot messages, okay? So a lot of us encourage green dotting, but I will tell you that typically if you go onto Facebook right now, it's going to be my same 300 friends that are on Facebook all the time pretty much. And so you're constantly within that group of 300 people asking them, begging them for bookings, and they're going to continue to tell you no. We have to get outside of that circle. So what I want you guys to do is start with your friends list in general at the letter A, all the way at the top, and just work your way down through as you're sending messages. You write down that person's name, the date that you message them. He's copying me again. You better be glad this is recording, because when it's done recording, I'm going to have some words for you.
And fingers.
I know, and fingers, yes. I do sign language. So the other key to this is, guys, if you send somebody a message and they don't respond to you, most of us don't remember to go back to send a message within 24 to 48 hours to follow back up. And honestly, that is where you're going to get your results. And that is where you're going to find your yeses when you do the follow-up and actually go back through. And it's just simple. It's, hey, Miranda, did you get my message yesterday? What do you think? It's a simple message. You're not hounding them. You're not bugging them. But I have a mom brain, okay? I totally have a mom brain. And so when I'm on Facebook, sometimes I read a message and life pulls me in 50 directions and I forget to go back and respond to people. So that's why you track it in a notebook. So you know, oh, well, Tiffany never got back to me. Jackie never got back to me. And Branda thinks I suck. So, I need to send messages to these people. So track everything you do in this business, you guys. So start at the letter A, see how far you get down. Tiffany's been doing this business for 3 years now. She's made it down to her C's. That's it. So I promise you it will work. You just have to listen. Look, y'all, listen to me, okay? I'm your damn mom. No, I'm just joking. No, but seriously, listen. Take the advice of someone. I don't want y'all doing all of the crap that I've had to do along 8 years. I'm trying to guide you guys in a direction that's actually going to work versus have anybody want to pick up the phone and call people? Ain't got no time for that. Tiffany will. She's crazy like that.
If I had more hours in the day, I probably would.
No, nobody's got time for that. I'm a realist. That's not happening. So if you do it this method though, and you track the contacts, you start from A, work down, and you post the screenshots for the objections and let us help you overcome them, I promise your calendar for December is going to look way, way better than it does right now. Way better. Any questions on that before I do our drawings?
Nope.
Anybody remember the drawings? Does anybody
No.
remember that, or should I just like pack up my Amazon cards and like send it back?
Oh, I think I remember.
Oh, see? Oh, and Lisa, your card, your Visa gift card has not left my desk yet. It's still sitting there. So
I was wondering about that.
I had 5 shows this week. I'm just telling, I had 5 cooking shows this week, and I'm ready to lose my mind. Just
It's all good.
on top of 6 virtual parties and 5 cooking shows just this week. So.
And you couldn't make it to the post office?
Oh, hell no. There was no time. No, we got no time for that. Okay, so 2 drawings. So we had 1, who filled out a survey? Did anyone fill out my surveys that I had posted a while back? Good, because your name should be in these bowls. We have 1 for our consultants that are prior to January. Oh my God, see where my mind's at? Prior to October, which is this bright pink bowl. Hey, which one of my kids is around? Hello? Lily, Isaac?
The time you want
so
them.
I don't,
Yeah.
come here for the winner. Wiener.
Who's the wiener?
Come too. There's 2 balls, and you won't fight. Okay. Lily's gonna pick the winner from the consultants that were with us prior to October. So if you don't get pulled, it's her fault, not mine. All right, who do we got? Oh, I swear, Jackie and Mike. Jackie and Mike are your winner. Okay, and let's do Isaac. You can do the other bowl. He's in his skivvies right now, so he's not coming on camera.
Nothing new.
I know. Everybody's seen him in his underpants, I swear. All right, ready, set, close your eyes. No cheating. Wake me up when he's done. Okay, who we got? Catherine Payne is our other winner. All right, so we have Catherine and Jackie and Mike that are going to be getting Amazon gift cards from me. And Lisa, you're still going to be getting your Visa gift card from me. So, all right, y'all. Any questions? Tiffany, did you have anything else?
Nope, just remember the challenge. To the end of the month, if you guys like, free stuff,
I like free stuff. And y'all all already promised, if you raised your right hand, that you were going to all do the $2,000 level. So now that's what I expect. No, I'm joking. But seriously, if you guys do need help, that is what we're here for, okay? And it doesn't matter whether you reach out to myself or Tiffany, Miranda, Roxanne, Carolyn, any of us are willing to help you guys, at any time, and if one of us doesn't get back, just give us some time to respond back to you. Especially if you're sending me messages at like 2:00 in the morning. I'll get with you in the morning. But does anyone have any questions or like anything we can help walk you through now? Yes,
I have a question.
Jenny.
So I'm doing a fundraiser.
Okay.
I was curious with the fundraisers, if there's a hostess, do they get hostess rewards still, or is everything basically for the fundraiser? Does that make sense?
So it is yes and no. So they get the monthly host special, whatever the host special is. So this month when the party qualifies, they would get the 60% off item. They do not get any of the half price items or free product or the additional discount. They just get the fundraiser check from Pampered Chef, and then they get the monthly host special.
Okay. And then if I'm the host, is there if we're hosts, do we get discounts, I guess?
So if you, when you create a show as a consultant, if you click that little box that says consultant acting as host, you do get the host rewards. You get the monthly host special. You get the half price items. You get the discount. You get the free. The only thing that you do not get is the future party pick. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the only exception. Everything else that you get if you're a host of a show, which, so guys, the only person in this world that's not going to ever cancel on you is you.
Yeah.
So if you're at a position right now where you don't have a show, host your own, right? Host your own show. Use one of our new outlines. They're a lot of fun. And, engage with people that way, because hopefully it'll get you some bookings on your calendar. In addition, if you're working on these challenges with us, you can start a party anytime you want to. And every week is a great week to start a party. So if you don't have any, start a party this Thursday, right? Just go after it. I mean, if you don't try, then how do you know what the results would be?
Also remember, guys, that if you're doing like now and to December, that there are dates for guaranteed shipment before Christmas. I think is it the 14th?
16th.
16th?
Yeah.
Okay. To have guaranteed, that's for parties. I know there's a different date for website orders.
Yes.
It is on Consultant's Corner. So if anyone does ask you that, there is a guaranteed date if you have stuff submitted for parties to have it by their or at their doorstep, either to the host or to their doorstep by the 16th of December. So keep that in the back of your mind because you definitely don't want to upset any customers, so.
I literally scheduled my surgery in December around our shipping cutoff. Isn't that sad? So sad. What
That's
other
smart.
questions do you guys have? I'm just that way. That's why normally I give you guys one outline at a time, and that's why you got two, because I'm getting ready to have surgery in December and I'm not going to have a lot of use of my hand. And so that's why you guys got that. And there will also, I know another question I'm going to be getting soon because, the outlines are themed for the holidays. Yes, there will be a January outline coming for the new year that'll be kind of wrapped around like healthy eating. So that is something that's a work in progress already too. And that will be done and posted before my surgery. Okay. So you guys will have that outline up and running.
And guys, just so you know, like if you have people in your parties that are current Pampered Chef consultants, message us, talk to us about that, because our outlines, Becky works really, really hard, and we don't want our outlines shared with anybody else. It's not, that they can't see our content. It's Becky works hard on these and creates photos. And I mean, she spends hours, days on these outlines for us. And it's something that we don't have to do.
Would you guys prefer to do your own? No?
No.
Okay. I'm just randomly making sure. Just making sure.
So, give it up to Becky, just know that
Yes, thank you. Help big
Oh,
time.
you're so welcome. You can mail my check, 214 Grace Central.
But
I'll keep my Visa card.
I know.
Yeah, right. Also, no, we are here to
GP Venmo.
so
Oh, I love it. You guys
just know
made
that
me
we're
laugh.
here to help. And we always end our meetings. Communication is key. We do not read minds, so we don't know where you guys are at. If you let us know where we can help you, let us help you. And by posting the objections in the WOLFPACK page, you're helping somebody else as well.
Absolutely.
We are here to help each other grow as a team. This is not an I team. This is a team. It's all of us. Okay.
Yeah. And we get asked a lot about like, why is there so many dang pages that you guys are in? And hopefully some of that has settled down a little bit because we've gotten you guys reorganized with the amount of growth that we had, and so if you think about our pages this way, the WOLFPACK organization page really is every one of you guys. So it's all of our teams together. And it's really focused about training, okay? It's really focused about ideas and suggestions and training and the tools that you need. And your personal team pages, so where you're at with just your director and your small team, is really just a motivational and like recognition type group, okay? So those are kind of the differences between the two groups. So most of the time, the WOLFPACK is going to be your most active group that you guys are going to see. But so we try to post a lot more there because everybody's in there. And then that way everybody can see what's going on, because it definitely helps other people. Because, sometimes people are afraid to ask questions, and that's okay. But, somebody may be asking the question that you want an answer to. And so you're getting the answer there. Any other questions, you guys? Is everybody pumped and ready to like hit that 2,000? Yes, Mom.
It is definitely worth it, guys. Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Once that thing hits your doorstep, whatever it is, I mean, Becky knows and she's not sharing, which I think is criminal.
Yeah, I just got the email about the $50 one that I earned it. So
awesome.
Pretty exciting.
Yes. Well, we're heading into a new year, guys. And, the WOLFPACK has really, really big goals, that, we have really been pushing to achieve together. And, you know, every one of you guys can be a part of that because there's room in our leadership team. There's room right up at the front of the table with the cool kids. No, I'm just joking. The troublemakers. I'm thinking we need some troublemakers up in this jank. I don't know.
Dutch, Troy, and John.
I think John and Troy. Troy left already, so
he was out here when I told him I was going to show him sign language.
I know, I said Troy left the conversation.
But seriously, if anybody is ready to move into leadership, we will also be starting a leadership type program. It's not going to be as intense as the last one was. It's really going to be more focused on the skills that you need in your business in order to move into leadership. So that's going to be coming. Most likely it's going to be starting like the couple, like after surgery. So like the second half of December when we slow down a little bit, that's probably when it's going to be starting up. So, you know, I want you guys to think about that. If it's something that is, you know, maybe you might be interested in, you know, think about it.
That's for anyone that has people under them, and that's for people that are thinking about.
Yeah, that don't have anybody. I mean, you can this program's going to be open to anyone that's just looking at really, you know, sharpening up their skills in their business and moving toward a leadership role. So, you know, if that's something that you're thinking that you might want to be, you know, interested in and maybe want to hang out and talk a little, we can do that. Just send us a message and we can chat about it. So any other questions?
Nope, but I want to thank Miranda for talking. I want to thank Lisa for talking. I know it's out of your comfort zone, but we really appreciate it. We love spotlighting somebody, so it's not always us talking. So we definitely appreciate you guys.
It is always me talking because I can't shut up.
I talk, shut up.
Here she goes again.
Carolyn, thank you for speaking as well, and congrats on your new your cooking show. And everybody, congrats on working your business and making time for our team meeting. We really appreciate it.
And we won't see you guys. Well, you'll see me live because you guys are just unfortunately like cursed to see me like a couple times a week. But you know, for those of you guys that we don't always get to see and talk to, everybody have a really, really great Thanksgiving. And like I said, we are here to help you guys. You just have to reach out. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.